I'll give you an example. The other day I was pulling up to the 7-Eleven across the street from my house. And I was going to buy a couple of energy drinks, and there was a homeless guy in the front. He was sitting down. He was leaned up against the propane tanks, and you could tell he was drunk. He was out of sorts, and I could have just gone in and come out, but I walked up to him. I'm like, "Hey, is everything okay? You need anything?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." He's like, I said, "You need any services?" With my job, I know some of the community services out there that, want to make sure that the guy, do you need the Alpha House? Do you need, he's like, "No, it's good." I said, "You have somewhere to stay?" He's like, "Yeah, I usually sleep out here when it's nice. I'll make my way to a shelter." So we chatted a bit, right? But he's laying out in front of the 7-Eleven, and, again, 90% of the people walk by, see him, judge him, don't do anything, don't say anything, just go do their thing and pass by. So I walked in, and I was in uniform, and I asked the lady, I said, "Is everything okay with the fellow outside?" And she's like, "No, he's actually great." So I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she's like, "Well, he's been here. He sits here when it's cold. He comes in at night, overnight, and he actually keeps our night staff person company. And it's kind of good because less people will do stuff in the store if there's someone in there.
Somebody else in there.
And we'll feed him. And he kind of just hangs out in the store. And the other day there was a robbery at the Shoppers Drug Mart on Nose Hill in Silver Springs. Always gets robbed, and he's the one who called the police. So judge a book by its cover, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, this guy. And all he wanted was an energy drink. That's all he wanted. And